just about set for Wildcat football on this Saturday afternoon at Bill Snyder Family Stadium. Redden's approach and kick, and it's a high end over ender. No chance here for the return players as that hits about a yard back of the end zone. And K-State will start 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line. And we'll see Josh Freeman in his first career start. Oklahoma State will line up defensively like this. Darnell Smith is the left end, although we'll see a ton of Nathan Peterson as they rotate. Ryan McBean, Larry Brown the tackles, and the rush end is Victor DeGreat. We'll also see Marquis Fountain there. The linebackers are Alex Odiari, Roderick Johnson, and Chris Collins. And in the secondary, it is Andre Sexton, the strong safety, Donovan Woods, the free safety, and the corners Jacob Lacey and Martel Van Zandt. 1st and 10 Wildcats at the 20, and Josh Freeman is up under center. It's an I formation set. Man in motion. Yaman Figures to the right side for the Wildcats. Here's the turn and the give to Patton right side. He's got a little bit of a crease. He's at the 25, to the 30, to the 31-yard line is Leon Patton, just shy of the 32 on first down, and Brad Rooker and others out there blocking in front. Victor DeGreat is the tackler for Oklahoma State.
The guy leading him through in an I formation, so K-State's going to run some I formation against Oklahoma State's cover 2. They're going to try to pound it at him, is Donald Raymer. K-State doesn't talk about using a fullback very much, but they can easily have a tight end become a fullback, and number 87's lining up at the fullback position today.
So 11 yards on the play for Leon Patton. 1st and 10 Wildcats at the 31. Here is the play left side. It goes to Patton, and not much this time. He takes it left side for about 2 to the 33, and it's Chris Collins who makes the stop for Oklahoma State, a linebacker. He is a true freshman from Texarkana, Texas, their 4th leading tackler with 18 so far on the year. So Leon Patton, they give him officially 1 yard. It'll be 2nd down and 9 from the 33.
A lot of adjustments on offense. One of them, Coach Ron Franklin, the offensive coordinator, is up in the box for the first time this year rather than on the sideline.
I formation, wideouts left and right. Kansas State with a tight end on the right side. That's Rashad Norwood. It's Figures wide to the near side. Here's the snap. The fake to the back. Rolling to the right side is Freeman, and he throws it out there, and it's caught and taken to the 39-yard line by John McCardle out of the backfield. McCardle with a gain of about 5, and the Wildcats will need roughly 3 yards here on 3rd down from the 39-yard line.
John McCardle gets his first career receptions leaking out of the backfield from the fullback position. He came in for Donald Raymer. Raymer in there to physically block, but playing fullback this week doesn't give him a chance to know all the routes and exactly where he needs to go, so they put in John McCardle, who's used to playing that position, to catch the ball out in the flat.
Single setback this time. Twin receivers to the left, wide receiver to the right. And here is the snap. Back to throw is Freeman. Pressure from the backside, and he will go down back at the 32-yard line. Sack on the play for Oklahoma State, and it's Victor DeGreat, the defensive end over on the far side, the senior from DeSoto, Texas. He was a 2005 all Big 12 honorable mention selection by the coaches and the media. 4th down and 9 for the Cats from the 33.
Josh Freeman had a 3-step drop. And when you have a 3-step drop, you've got to throw the football. The offensive line is not expecting to protect for a long time. They're going at the knees of the defensive line, but he held the ball a little bit too long, and Victor DeGreat got him from behind.
Tim Rayer, a 40.5 average on 4th and 9 from the 33. A little bit of pressure, and the kick away into that breeze is a high kick. Fair catch called for and taken at the 25-yard line. And Oklahoma State will take over there. The fair catch taken by Parrish Cox, who is one of their fine return men. So Oklahoma State with the ball for the first time. Our first look at a very, very talented sophomore quarterback by the name of Bobby Reed. He's out of North Shore High in Houston, and terrific size, stands 6'3" and 225.
Well, he is a big, physical type player. He's improved his passing, but he is definitely a running threat for this team. He has 147 yards rushing in the first 5 games.
From the shotgun, single setback, wideouts left and right for Oklahoma State. They have 2 tight ends in the game. There's the snap to Reed. He'll hand it off right side to Hamilton, and not a lot. Hamilton will take it forward to about the 27-yard line. He gets a couple. It'll bring up 2nd down and 8 for Oklahoma State.
Eric Childs is another freshman that gets his first career start. He's playing the right defensive end position now. On the second play, Rob Jackson, who normally starts, runs out on the field, but Eric Childs was in on that play.
4 receivers left in a bunch set. They'll throw it out that way, and the ball is caught and immediately tackled at the 27-yard line by Justin McKinney is the receiver. Not much there at all for Oklahoma State. Very well done.
4 guys out there, which meant they had 3 blockers in a diamond-type set to block, and somehow Kansas State's Justin McKinney was able to fight through and make a one-on-one tackle right at the line of scrimmage. Oklahoma State going no huddle, goes to 3 wide receivers in their shotgun set.
Dantrell Savage caught that ball. It's 3rd and 8 Cowboys from their 27. Ball on the near left hash. In the shotgun is Bobby Reed, yelling out the signals. The fans roaring here at Bill Snyder Family Stadium with a wide receiver to the left and 2 to the right. There's the snap to Bobby Reed. Has some time. Now it breaks down from the backside. He is sacked and pressured by Rob Jackson. Defensive end on the right for the Wildcats. Rob Jackson, the sack, back at the 19-yard line. It's 4th and 16 OSU.
Rob Jackson did a great job of coming around the right defensive end position to get the quarterback from behind. It's almost an instant replay of what Kansas State had on offense on their first series. Great coverage downfield. The quarterback, Bobby Reed, had nowhere to go with the football. K-State sacks him back to the 19-yard line.
Matt Fodge averaging 52.3 on 13 kicks this year. Good snap. Here's the kick with the win. He didn't get all of this one, but it's a good kick. Bounces at the Wildcat 48, far sideline, picked up at the 33, and brought to the 36 and out of bounds as Yaman figures. The Wildcats will start their 1st and 10 when we come back. Freeman now maybe changing the play. K-State has won 3 of their last 4 Big 12 home openers. Let's see if they can get it done today against Oklahoma State, and now a stoppage of play.
The play clock.
Yep.
They're trying to get it reset, I think.
It's still running, even though they stopped play. It's down to 4. Now they reset it, and now we go again.
It was the game clock, actually, that didn't move. The old game clock's supposed to move, and the scorekeeper at K-State likes the old rules better and didn't want to do it at first.
Tom Walker, the referee, here today. Freeman up under center. Brad Rooker single setback as the freshman Leon Patton. Wildcats have Daniel Gonzalez in the game, wide to the right among 2 receivers, and here's Patton left side off tackle. He'll take it to about the 37-yard line, gets 1 here. It'll bring up 2nd down and 9, and the Oklahoma State tackler is Marquis Fountain, a defensive end out of Missouri City, Texas' Hightower High School.
Well, he's battled injury a lot in his career. Last game he only played a couple of games after being a starter in 2004. He's not starting today, but they want to rotate in with him as much as possible. He actually has as many tackles as the guy in front of him as they rotate that defensive end position.
Tight set here for the Wildcats. I formation. Wide receiver to the short side left as Yaman figures. 2nd down and 9 Wildcats from the 37. Freeman may be changing the play. Coming in motion to the right side is Rashad Norwood. There's the snap. Freeman gives it left side. Leon Patton got the edge. 40, 45, 50, and bumped out of bounds. Shy of the 45-yard line. Leon to the 47 of Oklahoma State. And Andre Sexton from the secondary knocked him out of bounds. 1st down Cats, but a penalty flag on the far side.
It's right at the point of attack. K-State snapped the ball on the left hash mark and then ran the ball over to the left. Had a nice little gap for the freshman running back to get through.
Illegal shift. 2-minute motion at the snap. Offense. 5-yard penalty. Repeat 2nd down.
And that's the kind of penalty that Coach Ron Prince has said has driven him crazy, because there was good blocking up front. It's one thing if you have a holding penalty because you're working hard, but a shifting penalty that takes you back 5 yards after you have a 1st down run of double digits is a giant differential for a football team, psychologically and moving the ball up the field, which Coach Ron Prince talks a lot about.
8:53 to go here in the first. There is no score. 2nd and 14 Cats from their 32-yard line. Again, I formation. Here is the draw to Patton, and he is crushed at about the 30-yard line. He'll lose yardage here. They're actually going to mark him back near the 28-yard line, so a loss of about 4. And Larry Brown, the nose guard, a big charge out of Spartanburg, South Carolina. 3rd and 17 now for K-State.
You know, my notes talk about this player when I watched him play. Good penetration.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think that was why I said that. He looked like a freight train of shoulder pads coming back, just smashing through the line and hitting a square tackle in the backfield.
Patton had no chance. 3rd and 17 Wildcats trying to move here from left to right in the first quarter with no score. We're at the 8:14 mark. Freeman gets the snap. He retreats back near the 20. Now steps up into the pocket. He's going to run a little bit to the 30, 35, and spun down at about the 38-yard line. He got 9 yards but needed 17. Levine and Nathan Peterson, a defensive end, in on the stop for Oklahoma State, and the Wildcats will punt on 4th and 8. Your Midwest Ford dealer. Only one truck earned the right to be the next F-150, and you'll find it at your Midwest Ford dealer. Ford, bold moves.
Classic example of being off schedule. K-State got off schedule because of the penalty, and here they are punting.
Tim Rayer into the ballgame for the 2nd time for the Wildcats. Great snap. Here's the kick against that south breeze. Fair catch called for by Cox. No, he did not actually, and he is tackled right in his tracks at the 24-yard line. I thought he threw his hand up there but did not, and we've got a timeout as Marcus Watts makes the tackle. Wide receiver to the near side. Single setback. And all kinds of problems going on here for Oklahoma State as they have to call timeout. Dewan Woods left. Wide receiver to the far side and a wing back. Here's the handoff. It's going to go to Savage, and he is hit hard and pushed back by that Wildcat defense. Byron Garvin leading the charge. The gain from the 24 to just shy of the 27. And it's going to bring up second down and about 8 yards to go. No score, 6:45 to go first quarter.
The ball was run over to the right side ultimately, but it was designed to go to the left, and I almost had trouble watching the ball carry because the big right tackle, Corey Hilliard, their best lineman, was pulling and made a great block.
Penalty flag down. There's the fake to the back, and Bobby Reed, the quarterback, will take it right straight ahead to the 29 for a gain of 3. Zach Dials, the middle linebacker, right there for the stuff for Kansas State. We'll check out that flag, and it's against OSU.
Well, they're a little discombobulated right now, running this no huddle. They look a little frenzied out there. That time, their third-string running back, Dantrell Savage, from a transfer from Mississippi Gulf Coast Community College, and the quarterback was supposed to have a read play.
Illegal formation on the offense. The penalties decline. Third down.
And Bobby Reed and he both just ran the ball together. They couldn't decide who was going to keep it, so they ran forward. Now, Oklahoma State has had a week off. And a big story about what Mike Gundy did when he was the offensive coordinator is if they had a week off, they would put in all kinds of new formations just to window dress what they wanted to do. But right now, it looks like OSU's extra week of preparation has got them off balance, getting lined up in their offense.
Trips to the left, wide receiver to the right. 3rd and 5 from the 29, and Reed is in the shotgun, standing at his 23 in the center of the field. No score, first quarter. OSU moving here from right to left. We await the snap. There it is to Reed. Looks near side, throws that way at Darius Bowman. What a tackle at the 25-yard line by Byron Garvin. What a beautiful play that is.
Interestingly enough, we talk about Oklahoma State, a team that throws a football downfield more than anybody in the nation. And what have they been resigned to do in their first 2 possessions? Throw the ball down the line of scrimmage on wide receiver screens. That is a heck of a feather in the K-State Wildcats' hat to force Oklahoma State into that strategy early, and they're not testing the Wildcats downfield yet.
Matt Fodge to punt for the second time, stands at his 12 here on the near side. It's 4th and 8 Cowboys. Good snap, little bit of pressure from Watts, and the kick is away. Far side bouncing at the 39, picked up at the 30 by Yaman. 40, 45, and bumped out just shy of midfield. A very fine return. They're going to mark him just shy of the 47-yard line, and Kansas State will start their first down with 5:21 to go in the first and no score. Wildcats first down and 10 at their own 46. Josh Freeman in his first career start gets them up to the line of scrimmage. I formation set. Wide receiver right, Yaman figures. Handoff left side. Bouncing it outside is Leon Patton, and he'll take it into Cowboy territory down to the 47-yard line. Very nice gain on first down for the Wildcats. It's going to bring up second and about 3.5 yards to go for the Wildcats. Patton off to a pretty good start here, Stan.
Yeah, and he ran behind a big guy in Brock Unruh who is unbelievably excited. I mean, he's got to watch it to not get a penalty called on him, but he did a great drive block on the left side, and then he got up and got in the face mask of the defender. I mean, he is cheering after every play. He is so excited every time the Wildcats gain yardage in a running game. They gained 8 on that run.
I formation set, wideouts left and right. Tight end on the right side, Norwood. Freeman the snap, the give straight ahead, and taking it to about the 45-yard line is Leon Patton. He'll pick up a couple here, maybe just a little bit over that. Ball got marked just inside the 45. It's going to be 3rd and less than a yard, and Jeremy Nathan makes the tackle for Oklahoma State.
Wildcats are playing a lot of players other than those starting linemen. They're scooting a lot of different guys around here, and 3rd and short, Michael Pushke, a very solid tight end, comes in as a 3rd tight end.
I formation again as Raymer is the fullback. There's the snap. The turn and the give is to Patton. Can he get outside? No, he's going to turn back inside and very close to the first down, but where they're marking him, and maybe no gain and about a half yard shy. He needed just about 1 yard is all. They're going to look at this one to see if they need to measure.
He's short.
He is short.
They pulled a guard in the backfield, and he had a little trouble deciding where he was going to go upfield. And when it's 3rd down, you don't have to worry about where you're going to go. Just get upfield, dive forward, get the first down. That time looking for a hole, he was able to be pulled down just short of the first down marker. So it's 4th and about a half a yard.
From the Oklahoma State 45, near right hash. Again, I formation set. Freeman under center, Brad Rooker. There's the snap. Here's Patton working left side. Can he get outside? Yes. He's at the 40. First down. He's at the 30. 25-20. 15-10. Run out of bounds. They'll mark him at about the 5-yard line. Sexton runs him out of bounds, but a huge play for the Wildcats and freshman Leon Patton.
K-State ran the same type of play. It took a little time in the backfield, but with everyone bunched up on 4th down trying to stop the middle run, he bounced it out around the left end. It takes a lot of guts to do that, to go around and run parallel to the line of scrimmage for a while when it's 4th down. But with confidence, K-State's true freshman Leon Patton does it. He gets around the corner, runs down the left sideline for 40 yards to take it inside the 5-yard line.
Beautiful run of 40. First and goal at the 5 for the Cats. I formation. Here is the turn. And it's Patton again, and he's hit hard and then pushes forward again, takes it to the 4, and is stopped right there. The Wildcats in the Case IH red zone score your own touchdown with a new Magnum tractor from Hoxie Implement in Hoxie. The Wildcats running the ball fairly efficiently early on here today. K-State rushing 10th in the conference, averaging just 103 yards per ball game, and they bring James Johnson into the contest now on 2nd and goal from the 4.
The red zone has been a big story for K-State. In 15 opportunities in red zone, they've only had 3 touchdowns. They need to turn that stat around here.
2nd and goal. Ball in the middle of the field. Freeman turns, gives it to Johnson, working left side, and he'll take it down to the 2-yard line, running between left guard and left tackle. It's going to bring up 3rd down, and Marcus Brown is the tackler for Oklahoma State. No score in the game, 2 minutes and 20 seconds to go in the first quarter, but the Cats are close. 3rd and goal from the 2-yard line. Texas has scored first in Dallas, leading Oklahoma in the first quarter 7-0. 3rd and goal from the 2. Freeman up under center, Brad Rooker. I formation, wing to the right side, tight end right, and rolling to the right side. Freeman throws, caught near the 1-yard line, and stretching out was Raymer. It bounces up into the air, but they're going to rule it down. The ball bounced up, and it was caught by Pushki, but they'll mark it at the 1 on the catch by the first tight end there, if you will, Donald Raymer.
After 9 straight runs, Kansas State goes play action, and Donald Raymer catches the football out to the side right at the 1-yard line, running parallel to the goal line. He gets tackled, he goes down, and then reaches out. The ball pops up. That doesn't matter. Just inside the 1-yard line, K-State has their second 4th down play of this possession. And they're going to review this play.
To review, the ruling on the field is confirmed. 4th down.
So it will remain 4th down here. 4th and goal at the 1.
Second 4th down try from 4th and 1 situation on this possession. Last time K-State went around the left end with Leon Patton taking it down on a 40-yard run. How will this one turn out for Kansas State? They're 5 of 8 this year on 4th down conversions.
Justin Rowland in the ball game as a fullback now for the Cats. Brett Alstad is also in as a tight end on the right side. Here's the turn and the give to Patton. He's hit hard and spun down at the 2. Cats trying to angle that one running left, and Chris Collins makes the play for the Cowboys, and they turn the Cats away here.
That true freshman linebacker for Oklahoma State got in the backfield, great penetration, was back there at the 3-yard line and made a tackle. K-State brought big Justin Rowland over from the defensive side and linebacker position to be a goal line fullback for this game, but great penetration by Oklahoma State holds the Wildcats short. It'll be OSU's ball at the 3.
First down there. 1:09 to go in the opening period. It's an I formation behind Bobby Reed as he stands up. Maybe changes the play. 2 tight end set. Back in motion. There's the fake to the back and rolling to the right. Reed wants to throw. Scampers out of the end zone to the 5 and to the 10 and is knocked down at the 11-yard line on the far side by Zach Dials. Pretty good play there by Reed, rolling to the right side and getting to the edge.
K-State's offense does not score a touchdown in the red zone. We talked about that. They did a good job of driving down the field, but last week they got into Baylor's territory 6 times, but only got 3 points. Today, deep in Oklahoma State's territory, they come away with 3. But the defense has got to hold Oklahoma State back. When you go for 4th, you want to hold the Cowboys back and force them to punt so you get great field position.
From the 10-yard line officially, it's 2nd and 3. Twin receivers left, wide receiver right. Read the snap, the turn and the give, far side, and this is Hamilton, and he will take it for a first down to the 15, and then is hit by about 3 Wildcats, led by Kyle Williams, and push back. Clock stops momentarily with 9.1 seconds to go here in the first and no score.
And OSU will have to turn and go into the wind. So even though they'll have a first down, if K-State can stop them right away and force them to punt against the wind about their own 20-yard line, they can still get great field position after missing on a fourth down opportunity.
We wind down the final seconds of the first. 15 minutes in the book. There is no score. Oklahoma State first down and 10 from their own 15. Near right hash. Bobby Reed up under center. Wideouts left and right. It's DeJuan Woods here on the near side. Darius Bowman to the far side left. Hamilton, the running back. He'll get the call here. Starts to the left side and is upended. Beautiful play right at the 16-yard line by Kyle Williams. Kyle comes from the secondary, his strong safety spot, and really he had no chance, did Williams. Gain of a yard at second down and 9.
What a tough tackle, too. It was one-on-one. He bent the play back because the pursuit had over-pursued, which meant for the fit that K-State's safety, Kyle Williams, had to make a one-on-one tackle. And he did a great job taking his feet out from underneath him.
Bowman and Woods to the left, tight end on the right. That's Brandon Pettigrew. I formation set as Crosland is now in the game. Make it Johnson. John Johnson out of El Dorado, Arkansas. Second and 9 from the 16. There's the snap to Bobby Reed, the sophomore. Hands it off, and Hamilton running behind right guard. He'll take it to about the 20-yard line. He gets 4 here. It'll bring up third down and 5. And Eric Childs and Blake Seiler collaborating on the stop for K-State. K-State football brought to you by State Farm Insurance. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Eric Childs, a redshirt freshman from Arlington, Texas, the Red Raider Award last year, shows a lot of speed. He is a 4.5 40 guy, and you could see it when he came around the corner and caught the running back from behind.
Third and 5 from the 20. Reed now in the shotgun. Keith Poston is in there with him in the backfield to Reed's right. Bowman is flanked to the left and wideouts left and right. Here's a throw, and it's caught by Pettigrew, the tight end, for a first down out to the 27-yard line. He got 7. Byron Garvin is the tackler, and Oklahoma State converts on 3rd and 5. They got 7.
Brandon Pettigrew is a good blocker and a big man, and that time he just curled up just past the first down marker and had his 6th reception of the year. A guy who's more effective blocking for Oklahoma State, but the Cowboys convert on 3rd down, and something that they haven't really been able to do here in the first half. They've been 3 and out on their first 2 possessions. They're finally starting to move the ball.
Anthony Parks in the game for the first time for Oklahoma State, a receiver from Olathe. Here's a handoff in the backfield, and Toston will take it to the 31-yard line, running right behind Washington and Seafried on the right side. It's going to be a gain of 4, second down and 6 coming up, and Byron Garvin makes the stop. Josh Moore out. Marcus Perry in there defensively now for K-State. 0-0 our score. 12:25 to go in the first. I should say first half. We're in the second quarter. This time Reed is up under center. He looks to his left and says something to Darius Bowman. DeJuan Woods, the wide receiver on the right. 2 tight end set as Waller is in the game. And Reed wants to run option, and reading it perfectly at the 31-yard line is the defensive end, Ian Campbell. That was sensational defense there.
He really did, because when they run the option in that case, there's no fake to a fullback. The quarterback just comes down the line, and they hope there's one defender with 2 guys. Well, sure enough, it looked like that is what was happening. Ian Campbell came around the corner. He's only one player, and they had a running back and a quarterback. But he took the angle where he kind of cut off the opportunity for the quarterback to pitch the ball to the running back, and yet he was still able to grab the quarterback. Great job by Ian Campbell on a tackle.
Big play here for the Cat defense. 3rd and 5 Cowboys at their own 32-yard line. Ball on the near right hash. Reed in the shotgun. Twin receivers left. Parks to the right. Here's the throw, and it's incomplete at the 38-yard line, intended for Anthony Parks and Josh Moore in coverage. Parks, an unbelievable story out of Olathe and Butler County Community College. He has just 1 kidney, Stan. He had a quad injury, and he underwent some tests, and they found that he had just 1 kidney, and after seeing a couple of 2 or 3 specialists, they cleared him to play, and he's just now kind of working his way back into shape. 4th and 5 Cowboys from their 32.
It's nice to see him out there, and it's nice to see the ball overthrown as Josh Moore had good coverage, and Oklahoma State is forced to punt.
Fodge has averaged 45.5 on his punts so far today. Good snap, a little bit of pressure. Watts will block it, and the ball rolls in front, and it's picked up by Gonzalez. Touchdown Wildcats! Marcus Watts blocks the punt, and Daniel Gonzalez takes it in. K-State leads 6-0 with 11:15 to go in the first half.
Marcus
Special
Watts,
teams do it again.
it was a slow process for Oklahoma State, and Marcus Watts will make anybody pay. He hurts his right hand, but he blocks the ball easily. It bounced right behind the punter and allows the Wildcats to run and scoop it very easily. And K-State's Daniel Gonzalez scoops it up and runs it about 20 yards, and the Wildcats have the first score in a very defensive battle.
Snodgrass will try for the point after, out of the Watts hold and the Mortimer snap. Good snap and placement. Kick on the way. It's high end over end and good. 7-0 Wildcats. 11:15 to go here in the first half. Wildcat football brought to you by NK Brand Seeds. Ask your NK Brand seed dealer about our new corn and soybean products for your area. A timeout. This is the K-State Sports Network from Learfield Sports. And Snodgrass, who added the point after, kicks this one off here and a high end over ender, and it's over the head of everybody. OSU will start 1st and 10 at the 20. And let me go back to something I said on the extra point. Marcus Watts was not the holder. Actually, it was Dylan Meyer on the hold. Marcus will see about his health here in just a little bit. He was shaken up a little bit on that block. Let's hope he's okay, because he is some kind of football player for the Wildcats. It's 7-0 K-State. OSU with the ball back.
Well, when he blocked it, something happened to his right hand. Probably the punter's foot hit it hard. Sometimes you dislocate a finger, a bruised wrist, who knows. But it was a great play by Marcus Watts, and Dylan Meyer, alert, was out there to hold for the extra point.
Hamilton and the running back here for Oklahoma State behind Bobby Reed. Two tight ends, back to throw. Reed to Pettigrew, the tight end, across the 30 to the 35 to near the 37-yard line. And Marcus Perry is the tackler. 17 yards and an Oklahoma State first down. And Pettigrew came into the game today, I should say, with 5 catches. That's his second already here today.
Well, you're going to have to work the tight end a little bit if you want to play against Kansas State's cover 2. They don't like to throw the tight end that much, but that time he was open, and playing safety for K-State is Courtney Herndon.
From the 37, handoff here, and it's Tostin. He spins his way forward to the 41-yard line. Brandon Archer makes the tackle. It's a gain of 4, 2nd down and 6 for Oklahoma State. Under 10.5 minutes to go first half.
With Marcus Watts injured, Courtney Herndon gets a chance. The redshirt freshman has really started playing well and has earned the slot of being the third safety. Doesn't matter if it's a strong safety or free safety. He's the third guy, and he's forced to play right now with Watts on the sideline.
Reed is in the shotgun on 2nd and 6. Fakes to the back, rolls to the outside right on the perimeter, and steps out right near the 49-yard line in Cowboy territory, so he gets 8 and appears to have a first down by about a yard. Our first half affiliate salute today goes to Talk Radio 1270 in Liberal. Kevin Colvin, the general manager out there, and John Mulhern, the program director. Great to have everybody listening on Talk Radio 1270 in Liberal. 1st and 10 OSU. They have it at their own 49-yard line. 7-0 Cats. 10:05 to go first half. 45,000 plus expected here today at Bill Snyder Family Stadium. It's an I formation set. Johnson is back in there as the fullback. Mike Hamilton is the I back. He'll get the call here. Starts right, back to the middle. He's at the K-State 40. Angling far left to the 30. Cuts farther outside to the 25, and finally Garvin runs him out near the 20-yard line. They'll mark him between the 21 and the 20-yard line.
Very good run up the middle by Mike Hamilton, and then he made a nice cut to the left. Really had good blocking downfield. The wide receivers did a good job of blocking, and the Wildcats were running from behind. Finally, Byron Garvin hustling completely across the field, pushes him out at the K-State 20, but it's a 30-yard run for Oklahoma State.
Ricky Price wide to the far side. Adarius Bowman right now out of the game. From the K-State 20, 1st and 10 Cowboys. Savage and Tostin in the backfield with Reed, and there's the fake to the back. Reed will run it and spins at the 15, and just inside the 15 is dropped right there by the Wildcat defender, Zach Dials.
You know, every time you say Reed, you're obviously meaning Bobby Reed, but I'm thinking about the play zone read, where you get the shotgun, you stick the ball in the belly of your one back. He crosses in front of the quarterback, this time going from right to left, and they read the backside defensive end. We see a lot of teams in college doing that, and quarterback Bobby Reed reading it, keeps the football and takes it down to the 15.
2nd down and 5 there. I formation. Here's the give. Keith Tostin right side and is upended at about the 11-yard line as he picks up 4 and it's going to bring up a very big 3rd and 1 for the offensive coordinator of the Cowboys, Larry Fedora, and head coach Mike Gundy. Zach Dials, again, the K-State tackler.
You mentioned Larry Fedora. We talked about him. He was an assistant at Florida for between 2002 and 2004. He wanted to run a spread offense, no huddle, really spread things out and throw. Well, Mike Gundy has been used to playing I formation, tough 3 tight end football. We're seeing that there's a little compromise between the two systems on this drive.
3rd and 1 from the 11. Here's the turn, the strong side give to the right, and Kansas State stops it. Zach Dials with the tackle at the 11, no gain. It's 4th and 1. Hamilton crushed to the ground by Zach Dials. What a hit and drop by Zach.
Zach made good penetration, scraping from his middle linebacker position over to the right side, but that meant he can only do that because of the great push by the guys up front. Oklahoma State had 3 tight ends in the game to the right. They ran to the right side, but K-State did a good job of stopping their push, and Dials made the tackle. So here we go. It's Oklahoma State now trying for 4th and 1.
Cats were turned away earlier. Let's see if they can turn away the Pokes on 4th and 1 from the 11. Reed up under center. Offset eye, man in motion to the right side. That's Johnson, another fullback. And both teams pointing at each other, and we've got a stoppage of play.
Bobby Reed wants to call timeout, but the officials are saying a delay of game.
That is huge.
Prior to the quarterback calling timeout, delay game on the offense. 5-yard penalty, still 4th down.
Well, that makes it 4th and 6, and they move the ball back out to the 16-yard line here on the near side. Does that change the thinking of Mike Gundy? Apparently it does.
Absolutely.
As he sends Jason Ricks into the game. Ricks this year, 4 of 6 on field goals. Last 2 weeks ago against Houston, he was good from 28 and missed from 40. They're going to mark this one at the 23, so a 33-yard drive for Jason Ricks. Again, 4 of 6 on the year. His holder is Cole Reynolds. Ball on the near right hash. OSU looking for its first points at 7:40 of the first half, down 7-0. Good snap and placement. Kick on the way, up, and it is good. The Cowboys are on the board. It's the Wildcats 7, Oklahoma State 3 with 7:33 to go here in the first half at Bill Snyder Family Stadium. Ball at the 35 center of the field. He'll kick it into that stiff south breeze. Here's the approach and the kick, high end over ender. This one be fielded by Leon Patton at the 6. He's going to angle to the right side. He's at the 15, 20, 25 right side, and he'll take it to the 27-yard line, and the Wildcats will start there, 1st and 10.
Well, I had a couple things. Marcus Watts is not around the sideline right now. I think he's been taken up to the locker room after hurting his right wrist, it looked like, that area, after blocking a punt that turned into 7 points for K-State. And you've mentioned a couple times, like normal, about Bill Snyder Family Stadium. Well, what's so unusual today is for the first time since I can almost ever remember, Bill Snyder's not here to watch the Kansas State Wildcats play. He took a trip up to watch the Iowa Hawkeyes play. And so it seems so interesting that because Coach Snyder made it all the way down to Baylor for that ball game.
Yes, he did.
So this is the first one since 1989 that he hasn't been here.
Yamon Figures goes in motion. I formation. And here is Leon Patton, who's played very well, trying to get to the outside, and he is spun down. It's going to be a short loss on the play as they mark it at the 26 or so. Chris Collins, who made a big play earlier, makes the stop here. It's 2nd down and 11.
It might be fun watching these two guys go at it a few times in their career. Both true freshmen, really showing some things. Leon Patton having a big rushing day so far, 58 yards already here in the first half behind a revamped offensive line. But he'd have even more if it wasn't for true freshman Chris Collins making some tackles.
Yeah, Oklahoma State very young in that back 7, but they love those kids. Here's Freeman with it. Patton again. He's got a crease. Left side 30, 35, 40. Patton to the 45. And finally taken down at the Wildcat 46-yard line. Donovan Woods, the free safety, the stopper for Oklahoma State. Another big run by freshman Leon Patton.
It's a good run over the left side. It's funny to watch Coach Ron Prince run 15 yards downfield, 5 yards out onto the field, trying to get the attention of his lineman, Caleb Handy, on a left guard position. So even though K-State had a very good run, he wants to get some information to him. Maybe it was, hey, good block, keep it up.
21 yards for Patton officially. Yamon Figures comes wide to the left. Pushki now in motion to the right side out of an I formation. Freeman turns, gives it off to James Johnson, and Johnson takes it running left side behind tackle to the 49. He gets 3. Roderick Johnson, a linebacker, the tackler for Oklahoma State. Join the Kansas Lottery Players Club. Go to kslottery.com and click on Players Club logo. Play Kansas Lottery and put yourself in a winning state. The Powerball jackpot tonight, $20 million. The Hot Lotto, $9.94 million. The Super Kansas Cash Jackpot, over $1 million. K-State 2nd and 7 from their 49, just shy of midfield. Ball near left hash. Pushki remains in the game, and he'll come in motion from right to left. Norwood is on the left side. Here's the turn. Hand off. Johnson, right side, gets into Oklahoma State territory to the 49 and is pushed back. He gets 3 here, and the Oklahoma State tackler is Chris Collins along with Roderick Johnson. Jordy Nelson comes into the game for the Cats. So does Jermaine Marrera. It'll be Raymer and Pushki coming out. 3rd and 5 K-State at the Cowboy 48. 7-3 Cats. Just under 5 minutes to go in the first half, and a big play here.
Don't be surprised if they try to get the ball to Jordy Nelson on a possession route here. Get the big receiver in for the first play of the game for him.
Twin receivers to the left. Up under center is Freeman. Looking left, throwing that way. It's caught by Juice. He's got it at the 40. Marrera to the 39 and pushed out of bounds right there. So a terrific play by the Wildcats and another first down. Donovan Woods, the tackler, against Jermaine Marrera. Marrera with a fine catch for the Wildcats, and as we look at his numbers, that is his 104th career Wildcat catch.
How do you help a young quarterback out? You run the football. K-State is running the football well. That's only the 3rd completion of the 3rd attempt for K-State of the game. It also happens to be the 3rd completion.
From the 39, first down. There's the fake to Johnson. Rolling left is Freeman. He throws, and the ball batted up into the air by the defender and knocked to the turf. And that was Victor DeGreat, the defensive end. That was a fine play because he was trying to get Freeman to the ground, and as Freeman threw it, he stuck that hand up there and knocked it away.
Well, on a bootleg play, a lot of times you're going to have a defender come toward you, and you want the defenders to have to make a choice. Are you going to come toward me or cover a tight end in the flat? That time he made the run toward the quarterback, and even though Josh Freeman is tall, Victor DeGreat got his hands up and knocked the football down.
2nd and 10 K-State from the Cowboy 39, leading 7-3 here in the period. Number 2. Wilson goes in motion. Here's the handoff to James Johnson. Johnson to the outside at the 40, to the 35, and he is close as he steps out near the 32-yard line. Kansas State running that football here today, and it's really paying off, taking pressure off Freeman. And to the outside, James Johnson. Interesting story, James. He came and started fall drills a little bit late. Really started a house of fire stand and then kind of plateaued out and kind of probably went down, frankly, a little bit. But well, he's starting to come back now and really helping K-State.
And taking advantage of his opportunity, that time showing a lot of speed, getting outside around the corner.
Got 7 there. It's 3rd down and 3. I formation. Here's the turn and the handoff to Johnson, starting right, and he'll take it to the 31. He got a yard and then was pushed back. He was pretty much upright that time, and the Cowboys got a hold of him, and K-State will try a long field goal here with the win. Chris Collins comes in to make the stop.
It's 4th and about 1.5 yards, and K-State would like to get the lead stretched back out to 7 points here in a low-scoring game. So they're going to send Jeff Snodgrass out to try a 48-yard field goal.
Snodgrass this year has made 8 of 12, a long of 52. This one from 48. Dylan Meyer will hold it. Good snap and placement. Kick on the way. It has a chance. It is good. Kansas State got it through there with Snodgrass, and they lead in the game with 3:36 to go in the first half. It's 10-3. Good kick here by Snodgrass. Parrish Cox will field it about 8 yards deep, and he'll take a knee. It will be a touchback. Kansas State scoring a 9-play, 42-yard, 3-minute and 57-second drive. Jeff Snodgrass, a 48-yard field goal.
And good news for Kansas State is number 2, Marcus Watts, is trotting out on the field. Not only back to the sideline, but onto the field. Yeah, he has a little bit of wrap, maybe even a cast on his right thumb/wrist. But it matches well with purple. He's got that purple cast on, it looks like, and he is out there at the safety position.
Bobby Reed, the quarterback for the Cowboys. He sends a wide receiver to the right side. That's Donovan Woods. Johnson, the fullback, in motion. And now a stoppage of play as Bobby Reed tried to get to the outside right. Ball on the, or I should say the flag on the far side.
87, offense, 5-yard penalty, still first down.
That's tight end Brandon Pettigrew moving early.
What about the medical staff? How fast did they work? I mean, he's got
Huge.
like a big old boxing glove on his thumb right now and his hand, and you know he wants to be out there. Hand it to him for his toughness and trotting back onto the field, but hand it to the medical staff, getting him out within a quarter of play back onto the field.
Anthony Parks comes wide right. Flanked inside of him is Adarius
Please
Bowman.
set the play clock to 3:12. Please set the play clock to 3:12.
Obviously, that's the game clock.
Yeah, not the play clock.
Right.
Moses Manu in for Kansas State at defensive end position. The Wildcats doing their normal rotation on the defensive side.
1st and 15 Cowboys at their own 15. Cats lead 10-3 late second period. There's the snap. There's the fake to the back. And Reed will run left side. He's at the 20 and close to the 25-yard line. He got 10 of the 15 needed. Stan, he's just kind of reading where the opening comes, running left side there, and got 10.
They made a nice read, and a lot of times you go to the outside. This time he saw the gap more up the middle and did a good job of running physically until he ran into Marcus Watts. A 10-yard gain, but because they had a 5-yard penalty, they're still 5 yards away from the first down marker.
2nd down and 5 from the 25. Ball on the far left hash. Reed again in the shotgun, looking over that Kansas State defense. We await the snap. There it is to Reed, the sophomore. He'll swing it out into the right flat. The ball is caught by Hamilton, and he is pushed back by Byron Garvin at the 22-yard line. Joshua Moore is also there. They'll mark forward progress to the 24, and it's going to bring up 3rd down and 6 for the Cowboys with 2 minutes to go in the first half. It's 10-3 K-State.
Raheem Morris's defense this year has done an outstanding job of coming up and making one-on-one tackles, and Byron Garvin does it this time against the running back for a 1-yard loss. Just a great defensive play.
Reed in the shotgun. Keith Toston, a running back, to his right. Donovan Woods to the right side. Trips to the left, including Adarius Bowman at 6'4". There's the snap. Back to throw is Reed. Has some time down the middle. It is caught for a first down near the 32-yard line. Dials immediately stopping the aforementioned Adarius Bowman and also Byron Garvin there. First down Cowboys. They mark it officially at the 33-yard line.
The Wildcats substitute 5 defensive players immediately, but still a good 3rd down conversion by Oklahoma State. Bobby Reed threw the ball over the middle, not to the tight end, but to the wide receiver.
Pokes have 2 timeouts left. Reed tries to run it here, spins away from Eccles, and then goes down. A short gain at the 34-yard line right in the center of the field. Rob Jackson is there for Kansas State.
Oklahoma State's substituting 3 players in, and when you're trying to hurry up and not utilize your timeouts, usually you don't want to substitute that many guys because it takes a while for players to run on and off the field.
2nd and 8 Cowboys from the 35 in their territory. Ball between the hash marks. Pokes moving into that south breeze from left to right here in the period. We're down to 50 seconds to go in the half. K-State by 7. There's the fake. Reed under pressure. Hit. And the ball is popped loose on the hit by Ian Campbell. Let's see who covered it. Ian Campbell knocked it away from Bobby Reed, and Oklahoma State apparently got it back at the 30-yard line. Clock continues to run with 30 seconds to go in the first half. What a play by Ian Campbell.
And it's K-State who could use some timeouts. Oklahoma State's just willing to let this thing run out. Doesn't look like Ron Prince wants to call timeout and force Oklahoma State into a punting situation. So the Cowboys are going to let this thing run out or maybe just throw a last-second pass, but they're in no hurry to play more than one play. They probably aren't going to play any and go in at halftime down by 7.
Wildcat fans are happy. We are at the break, and our score, Kansas State 10, Oklahoma State 3. Jeff Snodgrass with the approach and the kick from south to north, from right to left with that wind, and he gets it through the back of the end zone. Oklahoma State will start 1st and 10 at the 20.
First half went exactly like Coach Ron Prince would have scheduled it out. Now, in the 3rd quarter, K-State starts with the wind. You need to set the tone in the third quarter, treat the score like it's 0-0, and try to outscore Oklahoma State. But in the third quarter, this is a quarter that Oklahoma State has dominated, outscoring their opponents 43-6. This is the quarter where K-State has struggled, being outscored. The only quarter they've been outscored, 16-24. K-State has got to play a very strong third quarter, set the tone right early.
Bobby Reed is up under center. David Washington, 1st and 10 from the 20. Ball in the middle of the field. They'll run option. Here's the pitch to the right side. Hamilton at the 25, and he'll take it to the 30-yard line. And will be close to the first down where they're marking it there. Alfonso Moran was there for Kansas State. So was Ian Campbell.
That was well blocked, though. We talked about Ian Campbell earlier on the option, being able to get in an angle where the quarterback, Bobby Reed, could not get the ball to his pitch man, so he actually tackled two guys, in a sense, by stopping Oklahoma State. Not this time. He tackled the quarterback, but the pitch was there. Good blocking downfield, and Oklahoma State has a first down run.
Twin receivers left, DeJuan Woods to the right. Two men in the backfield with Reed, who's in the shotgun. He'll hand it off to Hamilton, veering left side, and Hamilton ahead to the 32, 4-2. 2nd down and 8 coming up for the Oklahoma State Cowboys. And the Wildcat stop coming from Reggie Walker.
Reggie Walker getting the start at linebacker. Rotates a lot with Marcus Perry. It doesn't really matter which one of them start. They both go in and out. K-State goes nickel here on 2nd down and 8, putting in Josh Moore. Interestingly enough, when Josh goes in, he'll take the outside cornerback position so that Byron Garvin could go cover the slot. Remember, Byron Garvin started covering the slot at the beginning of the year when Brian Baldwin was healthy.
Trips left, DeJuan Woods to the right. Tostin in there in the backfield with Bobby Reed. Quick throw out into the left flat. It's Adarius Bowman to the 40. First down up the sideline. And he is bumped out at the Oklahoma State 47 by Kyle Williams, the strong safety. Another Oklahoma State first down as they move the sticks for the 2nd time in this drive.
The Cowboys continue to just probe with short passes down the line. Now, that time they were fortunate that K-State safety was backing up after showing a certain formation, was backing up away from the wide receiver screen when the ball was thrown. They took advantage of the open bubble and got another first down.
Two receivers right, wide receiver to the short side left. 1st and 10 Pokes at their own 47. Reed up under center this time. There's the snap, fakes to the back, rolls to the left towards the sideline, throws, and it's Bowman at the Kansas State 30, and will take it to the 24-yard line, tackled by Brandon Archer. That's the first time we've seen Bowman and his size be a factor. It took some effort for Archer to get him to the turf, and the Cowboys have a 3rd straight first down in this drive.
A well-designed and executed bootleg pass, because when Bobby Reed rolled out to the left very quickly, it looked like the running back going right had the football. He rolled out on a bootleg and looked downfield, and Bowman had got through the linebacker area, crossed the field, caught the pass, and took it all the way down to the 24-yard line before Brandon Archer, who was trailing, caught up and made the tackle.
John Johnson, the fullback, is in the game. He'll block here for Hamilton. Starts middle, veers left, and a very short gain just inside the 24 for about a half yard before the Wildcat defenders come up and make the tackle. It'll be 2nd down and about 9.5 for the Cowboys.
Great penetration by K-State's defensive tackle, Quentin Eccles. He was in the backfield before the Oklahoma State offensive line knew what happened. The fullback just went right by him, didn't realize it, but it stopped the running back in his tracks. He finally got around Quentin Eccles, but there are plenty of other Wildcats to make a tackle for a very short gain.
Parks and Bowman wide to the right. DeJuan Woods wide left. 2nd and 9 from the 24-yard line. There's the snap. The fake to the back. Here's the quarterback, Reed, rolling right, and he is knocked down at the 20-yard line. Ian Campbell is there for the Wildcats. And also there, Zach Dials and Quentin Eccles. So the gain to the 20, so about a 3.5-yard gain. It's going to bring up 3rd and 7 for the Pokes, and another big call coming here. We have 12 minutes and 5 seconds to go, 3rd quarter. Oklahoma State trailing in the game. Cats lead 10-3.
Just because Oklahoma State is nearing the red zone does not mean that you're in trouble from a defensive point of view. Force them to kick a field goal against the wind. Do not let them score the tying touchdown is the goal of the defense for Raheem Morris right now.
Tostin in the game to the right of Bobby Reed, who's in the gun. Twin receivers to the left, DeJuan Woods to the right. Reed to throw, and this one is incomplete at the 8-yard line, intended for DeJuan Woods and Marcus Watts. And Josh Moore covering for Kansas State. It's 4th and 7 Cowboys, and on trots Jason Ricks to try for his 2nd field goal of the day.
The Wildcat defense catches a break. They brought a blitz from the left side of the offensive point of view, and throwing to the right. Bobby Reed against a cover 2 on that side of the field had a receiver wide open. He got the ball out to DeJuan Woods, but Woods dropped the football rather than having a first down. Oklahoma State is forced to try a field goal.
They spot it at the 28, so a 38-yard try coming here for Ricks. He was good earlier from 33. This one from 38 out of the hold of Cole Reynolds. Kick is on the way, and it is good. Our score now with 11:34 to go in the third quarter, Kansas State 10 and Oklahoma State 6. Bruce Redden will kick off for Oklahoma State after the field goal by Ricks. Here's the approach and the kick, and it's a high end-over-ender into that breeze, and Patton will field it about 4 yards deep and will take a knee. It'll be a touchback, and K-State will start 1st and 10 at the 20. The Oklahoma State drive that ended with a 38-yard Ricks field goal, 8 plays, 60 yards. It took 3 minutes and 26 seconds.
Good drive by Oklahoma State. They've got to be happy that they came out. But good job of Kansas State's defense stopping them right when they got near the red zone. It's not officially in the red zone. You know, it's interesting, K-State has Leon Patton returning the kickoff today rather than Yamon Figures. Remember, Yamon was a little nicked up along with Marcus Watts down at Baylor. He's still available out on the field now with the offense, playing a wide receiver position. The Wildcats only have 1 wide receiver on the field and 3 tight ends, with one of them being a fullback today, Donald Raymer.
Raymer is in there now. There's the snap, the turn, and it goes to the left side to Patton, trying to find a crease, and nothing there as he is corralled for a loss at the 19-yard line. They're going a little bit tough there as the Cats tried to run to the near side left.
Wyatt, we're going to see something interesting here at the start of the second half. At halftime, defensive coordinator Vance Bedford and defensive line coach Nelson Barnes, who was at K-State in 1993 under Bill Snyder, had a chance to figure out that K-State's strategy was to run the football at them. They probably did not expect this. It was a very good strategy. That will make it harder, Wyatt, for K-State to run on Oklahoma State in the second half.
2nd down and 11. Here's Patton working right side. Breaks 1 tackle, 25. He's at the 30 and up to the 34-yard line. Leon Patton with a very fine run and a Wildcat first down. It's 14 yards. Andre Sexton is the Oklahoma State tackler.
Following with that same point, that makes it even more of an impressive run for K-State to say, okay, you know what we're doing. We only have 1 wide receiver in the game. We got 3 tight ends. We're in an I formation. We're coming right at you, and we're still able to do it. Nice run by Leon Patton out to the 33.
I formation set, and here is Patton. Waiting on a block, now to the left side. He's at the 35 and is spun down near the 38-yard line. Very good patience by the freshman as Chris Collins makes the tackle. He had 92 yards on 14 tries, did Patton, before that run.
Getting close to 100, and great patience there as Brock Unruh pulled from the right guard position over to the left side, and he was right where Patton wanted to make a cut, so he just waited, patted Brock Unruh on the back as he went by, let the man make his block, and then turned upfield.
Collins with his 7th tackle there. It's 2nd and 5, Cats from their own 38, leading 10-6. Patton again works short side left. Raymer finds a block for him there, and Patton squirts across the 40 to the 41. He'll get 3 running wide left, and Roderick Johnson makes the stop. And Andre Sexton is also there for OSU. Your Midwest Ford dealers, home of the Ford Mustang, America's original pony car. Built for the Midwest at your Midwest Ford dealer. Ford, bold moves.
This offensive line deserves a lot of credit. Greg Wofford moving from left guard to left tackle, so Handy could step in and play the left guard position. Brad Rooker getting a start at center. Brock Unruh at right guard, and Stringer, they're doing a nice job.
There's the fake to Patton. Freeman wants to throw, has some time. Ball deflected into the air and falls to the turf at the Oklahoma State 45 as he tried to throw right side for Donald Raymer.
K-State was trying to catch Oklahoma State off guard in a 3rd and 2 situation, trying to get them to overcommit to the run so they can complete a pass. Coverage there at the linebacker position. K-State's tight ends were not open. Josh Freeman tried to stick it in there, but it was incomplete. The ball popped up into the air, and Coach looking over and talking to Pushke about his route, telling him how he needs to get to an open area to give the quarterback a chance to throw a completion.
Parrish Cox, 3rd in the Big 12 in returns, awaits this kick, and it's a good one with the win by Tim Rayer. Fielded at the 10, straight ahead 15-20. Cox to the 25-30 as he veers outside right. He's at the 40. He's at midfield to the Kansas State 40 and down the sideline, and tripped up by Marcus Watts as he saves a touchdown at the 27-yard line.
This guy is explosive wide. He took the first play of the year for a kickoff return touchdown for Oklahoma State. He explodes down the field. Marcus Watts catches him from behind, but Oklahoma State has a big special teams play.
Timeout, 8:34 to go in the third. 10-6 Wildcats. This is the K-State Sports Network from Learfield Sports. Bobby Reed, the sophomore quarterback, at 6'3" and 225. In the shotgun. Twin receivers to the left. They're going to run option, far side left. There's the pitch to Tostin, and he is cracked at the 25-yard line. And it's a gain of about 2 on the play. Nice coverage over there by the Wildcats in that run game as Zach Dials is there along with others.
Let's go back to that punt. What a big play. K-State has the best gunners in the league, maybe in the country, when you look at the speed of Yamon Figures and Marcus Watts' athletic ability. They got blocked, which allowed one of the most explosive freshmen in the nation, Parrish Cox, to go up the middle. Great hustle by Marcus Watts to stop a touchdown as he caught him from behind, but explosive players on that punt return. Big play for Oklahoma State. Will they score here? Will they score a field goal, a touchdown? It really matters because the Wildcats have a 4-point lead.
Ray Cheatham made that last stop at 2nd and 7 from the 24. There's the handoff to Tostin. He's at the 20, gets another block inside the 15 and down to the Wildcat 13-yard line. He gets 11 and an Oklahoma State first down. The stopper is Brandon Archer for the Wildcats. Zach Dials also there. K-State Center for Agricultural Resources and the Environment reminds you to help protect and conserve Kansas water resources. That's K-Care, because we care about Kansas. From the 13, 1st and 10 Cowboys. They've been impressive to start this third quarter. Trailing 10-3, it's now 10-6, and they're in the red zone again. Just under the 8-minute mark to go in the third. Reed on the far left hash sends Johnson in motion. Here is the handoff to Tostin, and Tostin is hit hard right at about the 10-yard line, running far side left as he picks up 3 on the play. It'll bring up 2nd down and 7. Reggie Walker is the guy who leveled him right there.
That was a big hit because running with aggressiveness, Keith Tostin is sticking the ball up in there. In fact, on the previous play, he might have gone a lot further than a 13-yard line if he didn't run up the back of his guard, Kurt Seifried, who is trying to find someone to block. A big hit on this play keeps it a short gain for Oklahoma State.
Ball at the 10, 2nd down and 7. Cowboys trailing by 4 and threatening here as we approach the 7-minute mark of the third quarter from Bill Snyder Family Stadium. There's the snap to the quarterback. Reed to Tostin. Tostin running left side will take it down near the 6-yard line. He got between the 6 and the 5 before being stopped, about 2 yards shy or so of the first down. Let's go downstairs to Matt.
Hey, Wyatt, good to talk to you. Right now, Oklahoma State working hash mark to hash mark. K-State made that 4-for-4 substitution up front. A couple of plays in a row. Blake Seiler really got cleared out. Oklahoma State really concentrating on banging at that K-State defensive line.
Big play coming here. 3rd and 3 Cowboys from the Wildcat 6 as Zach Dials made that last stop. Up to the line of scrimmage, the Pokes. It's a tight formation with DeJuan Woods wide to the right and 2 tight ends. Waller on the left, Pettigrew on the right. I formation, fake to the back, rolling to the right is Reed. He's at the 5 and is, with a flag down, spun out by Byron Garvin and Kyle Williams.
Face mask on the tackle, though, so rather than having a 4th and 2 situation here, it's going to be a half the distance to the goal. That'll be enough for a first down.
Personal foul, face mask. Number 6 in the defense, half the distance to the goal, automatic, first down.
We talk about great one-on-one tackles on the edge. Byron Garvin has been as good as anyone for Kansas State this year. He made a tackle then, but he just unfortunately got a piece of the face mask. So Oklahoma State gets new life. They'll have 1st and goal at the 2.5-yard line. The Wildcats defense has been good in the red zone, and they have a chance, if they can hold them right here, to make a 4-point play. If they can force Oklahoma State to kick a field goal rather than get a touchdown.
DeJuan Woods wide left, offset eye as the fullback is in the game. And here's a handoff to the right side, and it's Julius Crosland, the short yardage back, and he'll take it for about a half yard to the 2 before Ian Campbell slides down the line of scrimmage to his right to make the stop. 2nd and goal for Oklahoma State. We have 5:58 to go in period 3. Wildcats clinging to a 10-6 advantage. Oklahoma State huddles just outside the 5. DeJuan Woods will come wide to the right. 2 tight ends. Jeremiah Burton is the fullback. The running back is Dantrell Savage. Here's the turn and the fake. They throw to the tight end, and Pettigrew's got it for the touchdown. And Oklahoma State leads for the first time here in the second half. It's 12-10.
The Cowboys show a lot of respect to the K-State goal line defense by not running the football on second down. They faked the run over the middle. The tight end slipped right over the middle of the field, and done well. Bobby Reed threw the ball high to Brandon Pettigrew. He has his second receiving touchdown of the year. The 6'5" tight end catches it about 6 yards deep in the end zone, right over the middle. And Oklahoma State, if they can make the extra point, can pull ahead 13-10 against Kansas State.
Jason Ricks this year is 19 for 19 on extra points. His try will come out of the hold of Cole Reynolds, and Zach Allen is the long snapper. The kick here is good. It's Oklahoma State 13 and the Wildcats 10. The Cowboy drive, 6 plays, 27 yards, 2 minutes, 58 seconds. And Redden with the kick here from left to right, from north to south. This one is headed for Patton, and the freshman has it at the 5. Straight ahead, 10, 15, angles right, 20. Still going and breaks a tackle at the 30. 35, Patton to the 40. Angles farther left to midfield. Patton at the 40. He's at the 30. He's got the angle. He will score. 10-5 touchdown. What an unbelievable play by Leon Patton. Kansas State trailed for just seconds, and they have the lead back on a 95-yard return by Leon Patton.
Great individual effort by Leon Patton, because even though the play was blocked initially pretty well, he still should have been tackled at the 25-yard line. They had a grasp on his ankle, and he actually did a sidestep a couple of times trying to pull away from that ankle tackle. But when he did, somehow he got away. You'd think there's no way he could get his momentum up and outrun anybody. There are plenty of players who had angles, and then he turned the jets on and got around the left side, outran the kicker easily, and no one from Oklahoma State caught him. He takes it back about 98 yards, and K-State has a special teams play to answer Oklahoma State.
Here's the extra point try. It is good for Jeff Snodgrass. The Wildcats back in front. Our score is 17-13 with 5:17 to go. 95 yards on the return. Let's go downstairs to Matt. It's great to have you back, buddy. What'd you think of that one?
I tell you what, guys, even though I couldn't talk to you in the first half, there's one thing about Dylan Meyer, and it was the discussion with Josh Freeman this week, the ability to make plays, maybe an increased level to make plays. One thing I picked up on right away today is Stan said turn on the jets. It does not take Leon Patton very long to get up to full speed, and even though he was grabbed around the ankles, by the time he wriggled free, in about 3 steps, his motor was on, and he was able to get to the numbers and race to the end zone.
I've rarely seen a player who loses all momentum on a kickoff return kick it back into gear and outrun everybody. He was stopped and kind of dragging a defender forward, and he said, that's nice. If he could pull away, maybe he can make another 5 or 10 yards. But not only did he break away, he kind of separated from the pack. He still had the kicker to beat one-on-one, so he had to run sideways for a while. He was coming right up the middle of the field, and he had to go around the left side all the way to the numbers. But he started extending the difference between himself and the defenders. It was amazing. What a great play by Leon Patton, who's run for 100 yards in the game rushing, his first career 100-yard rushing game, and now he has a 95-yard kickoff return, and K-State has 2 special teams touchdowns today.
Unbelievable play by Leon Patton. Parrish Cox and Grant Jones are back deep. Here's the kick by Snodgrass. He has it with that wind, and it's a line driver, and it will be returned. And it's brought back by Grant Jones. Jones has an opening of his own. 20, 25, 30. Jones can fly. He's at the 40. He is at the Kansas State 30-yard line. Down the sideline, 20 and 15, and dragged down at about the 12-yard line. Jeff Snodgrass, who kicked the ball, saves a touchdown. Wow. They'll spot that at the 11-yard line, and Oklahoma State will have it there. That return by Patton, by the way, the first touchdown on a kickoff return since McKinney did it 88 yards against Florida Atlantic.
Second of the year, but how about Oklahoma State saying we've got some athletes too? Both these teams playing some young players today, but we see the explosiveness of the special teams. That was well blocked at the beginning, but a great cut early in the kickoff return sent him right up the middle, and then speed got him down the left sideline also. The Wildcats drag him down, but OSU is knocking on the door again at the K-State 11.
89-yard kick return for Grant Jones. There's the snap to the quarterback, and he'll hand it off to Reed to Toaston. He's at the 5, and he is into the end zone. Oklahoma State touchdown from 11 yards out, and the Cowboys go back in front, 19-17. Wow, how momentum can switch in big-time college football, huh?
That may be the shortest amount of time off the clock with 2 different lead changes the way we just saw. That is unbelievable. Hand it to Oklahoma State for fighting back, and I'm sure the K-State kickoff return team is going to say, okay, we can do the same thing. A defensive battle. Offense is not doing a lot today, but wow, these 2 teams are getting after it now in the special teams, and it's OSU who scores again in the third quarter, which is their type of specialty. K-State struggled in the third quarter. This could be the 17th point of the quarter for OSU.
There's the placement. Ricks gets it airborne. It is on the way and good. And the Cowboys lead 20-17 with 4:43 to go here in the third quarter.
Wow, you just got to catch your breath.
Yes,
After
you do.
going through 2 straight games almost of just a defensive battle, we're seeing some points scored.
Here's Yaman Figures at the goal line. He's at the 10, 15, 20, and Yaman will take it near the 24-yard line, and the Wildcats will start there. First down and 10. 4:34 to go, third quarter. The Cowboys 20 and the Wildcats 17 here at Bill Snyder Family Stadium. They are at halftime down in Dallas, and Oklahoma leads Texas 10-7. Baylor still leading out in Boulder 10-7 early third quarter.
We need a shout out and happy birthday to one Mr. Bill Snyder. Today is his birthday.
It is really strange to not have him here. They're having some fun, I'm sure, in Iowa City today. From the 24-yard line, first and 10 Cats. Josh Freeman all the way at quarterback. Sends Daniel Gonzalez wide to the near side. Wide receiver to the far side right. I formation set. Here's a draw for James Johnson. Tries to stiff arm his man and cannot, and he is pushed all the way out of bounds over on the far side inside the 20-yard line. Let's see where they mark forward progress. He is tackled by Jacob Lacey from the secondary. They're going to mark him at the 22 for a loss of 2. It's second down and 12.
He ran a draw, and it was designed to go to the left side, but as soon as he got the football, he thought there was a hole more to the right. Then he got bounced a little bit further out to the right, and in college football, it's hard to outrun guys when you're going the opposite direction of where your blockers think you are, and especially with Chris Collins, that speedy freshman linebacker there. He was there to help the tackle for a 2-yard loss.
Freeman up under center. That's Brad Rooker today in there for Jordan Bedore. Freeman barking out the signals. 5 men up on the line of scrimmage. Here's Leon Patton. Patton will take it right side, just shy of the 25, so he gets about 2.5 on that play. It's going to bring up third. We'll call it 9 as we count down towards the 3-minute mark here in the third quarter. Oklahoma State has scored 17 points in this period, and they lead by 3, 20-17.
And the Oklahoma State sideline right now is very animated. Remember, this team did not win a conference game on the road last year. They only won 1, and they're trying to create an internal momentum right here. The coaches are just going crazy after every play, trying to tell their football team, we got this game where we want, rather than, hey, it's a really tight game.
Single set back, 2 receivers left, wide receiver right. Freeman needing a play here on this 3rd and 9. Rolls to the left. He's going to run. He's got the first down at the 30, 35-yard line. Josh Freeman ahead to the 36 for the Wildcats. Nathan Peterson, a defensive end, makes the tackle. Well, Freeman was patient there, Stan, and when he decided to run, he turned it on and got up on the near sideline and got the first down.
Well, the neat thing that he did is he was decisive when he went up, and he is so big and strong that he's hard to bring down. They were starting to tackle him and grab him along his hip line way before he got to the first down marker, but with his momentum and size, they could only get him down by throwing him forward, which took him past the first down marker.
At the 36, first down. There's the fake to Patton, and Freeman wants to throw, and under deep pressure, he's sacked back at the 23-yard line. Oklahoma State that time brought the house, and leading the charge, Marquis Fountain, and also there, Alex Odiari, the linebacker.
They're going to mark his forward progress, Wyatt, at the 26, so he picks up 3 extra yards because of that, but still a loss of 10 yards as Kansas State tries to play action pass. Now, Josh Freeman really tucked the ball in his belly and tried to not let anybody know he had the football, which took him a little bit longer to look upfield, but when he did look up, defenders were all over him, and a first down play ends up being a 10-yard sack.
Gonzalez to the near side. Yaman Figures to the right. I formation set. McCardle is in the game right now, and back to throw is Freeman. He will throw it, and it's caught by Patton. He's at the 30, 35, Patton 40, 45 midfield to the Oklahoma State 45 and down to the 41-yard line. Sexton makes the tackle, and Kansas State makes great use of a brilliant young freshman talent in Leon Patton.
Leon Patton did a great job. The screen pass was set up and didn't develop until fairly late. But when he caught the football, he just said, I don't worry about where my offensive linemen are. I'll just jump out in front of them. And he did a nice job of getting upfield, showing speed. And even though Kansas State looked like they might be in trouble at 2nd and 20, after a nicely executed screen pass, K-State has a first down at the Oklahoma State 41.
1st and 10. Freeman will hand it off to Leon Patton. Patton's got a crease, and he will take it near the 36-yard line. He got about 5 there as Lawson Kennedy. Xavier Lawson Kennedy makes the tackle. First time we've called his name today. Boy, when he came out, he was a big-time Oklahoma State recruit. Gain of 5 for the Wildcats.
He started 6 games last year, but not starting this year, and getting a chance to get in a ball game makes a tackle. Terry Petrie comes in, giving Leon Patton a rest, but Kansas State's offensive line is doing a nice job. You see a running play look like it's just an average play, and this week it's a 5-yard run. That's a pretty nice performance.
40 seconds to go in the third. K-State trailing 20-17, but driving. Freeman under pressure from the backside, and he will be sacked back at the 46-yard line by Victor DeGreat, working against the Wildcats left tackle Greg Wofford. Second sack of Freeman here today, and the clock continues to run. Under 20 seconds to go here in period number 3.
K-State will send in wide receivers, take tight ends out, and go to a 3 wide receiver set. Josh Freeman, as he dropped back, had defenders right in his face. Victor DeGreat, a good pass rushing defensive end. It's tough for Greg Wofford, who's been playing guard all year, to step out and play the left tackle position. Didn't quite get the block. And we'll end the third quarter with Oklahoma State very productive in the third quarter today.
Wildcats 3rd and 14 now from the 45-yard line of Oklahoma State. Rashad Norwood goes in motion to the left side. There's the fake to the back, and under pressure, Freeman gets it to Patton. Leon to the 45-40. Near sideline, 35, and shy of the first down. Near the 33-yard line, a couple of yards shy of the first down. Andre Sexton is the tackler for Oklahoma State. So a decision for the Wildcat coaches here.
First of all, there's a flag. There's only been 4 penalties called all day today. One of them was not accepted, but it's been a very clean game. 8 penalty yards for Oklahoma State, 10 for K-State. Neither team has a turnover other than big plays in the special teams. A very clean ball game from both teams. That's a well-designed play by K-State. There's going to be a penalty on the Wildcats for illegal motion. So 3rd and 14 turned into 4th and about 4. Down by 3, could put K-State into
illegal
possible field goal range.
On the offense, not enough men on the line of scrimmage, 5-yard penalty. Replay, 3rd down.
OSU will take the penalty, Wyatt, and make K-State play 3rd down again. Now, quarterback Josh Freeman rolled out to the left, stopped, and turned back to throw a screen pass. And boy, Oklahoma State had a blitz on. They jacked his jaw. It took him a while to get off the ground, but he delivered a nice pass. Leon Patton looked like he had it set up, almost got the first down, but it's all for naught. For the second time today, the Wildcats don't get their formation lined up correctly.
Well, now that makes it 3rd and 19 for the Cats. The ball back at midfield on the near right hash mark. Gonzalez comes wide to the right, 2 receivers to the left, including Jermaine Marrera, and now movement again as Rashad Norwood goes in motion.
67 offense, 5-yard penalty, still 3rd down.
That's left tackle Greg Wofford, the senior from Lancaster, Texas, moving a bit early.
It was about this time in the game against Baylor where K-State had some problems like this.
Kansas State.
Leon Patton, the running back there today for Kansas State. He has had quite a game. He's rushed for over 100 yards, has a catch for 33. Here is the fake to the back. Freeman straightens up and under pressure is going to go down right near the line of scrimmage. He was moving to his left and then stepping up to throw when he felt that pressure from his backside, and he'll go down, and K-State will have to punt on 4th and 24.
He's fortunate he did not drop the football because he did not have it tucked away, and as he's moving forward, getting ready to pass the football, he got engulfed from behind. There was a 3-man rush that all ran by him. He stepped up in the pocket. They turned around and sacked him at the 45-yard line. So while the Wildcats got the ball into Oklahoma State territory, they end up punting from their own 45.
Parrish Cox is back at the Oklahoma State 14-yard line in the center of the field. Good snap. Rayer will kick it away. Spinning kick. Cox is going to field this one at about the 13. Straight ahead, 15, 20, and he slides down, and Rob Jackson makes sure of it right there. Bobby Reed, the sophomore quarterback for the Cowboys, up under center from the 20-yard line. Adarius Bowman and Pettigrew to the right side. A wingback in the game, and DeJuan Woods to the left. Here's the throw. They're trying for DeJuan Woods, and it's overthrown at the 40-yard line of Kansas State. Marcus Watts and Justin McKinney in coverage. It'll be 2nd down and 10. Well, the Cowboys had the lead. A little bit of a roll of the dice there to hit the home run, and a little bit too far.
The wind's behind their back, and they finally go deep. They're a team that goes deep a lot. They try to hit the home run against cover 2. But when you throw the ball with this strong south wind, it's almost harder to throw with the wind on a deep ball because the wind carries a football about 5 or 10 yards further than the quarterback thinks it will. That's what happened this time. It was an overthrow.
2nd and 10 from the 20. Bobby Reed, number 1 in the Big 12 and 3rd nationally in pass efficiency. Looks at 2nd down and 10 from the 20. There's the snap to him and the pitch to Tostin right side. Breaks a tackle. He's at the 25, 30, 35. Still spinning at midfield and finally run out of bounds over there on the far side by Alfonso Moran. They'll mark him right at the midfield stripe. 1st down Cowboys on a 30-yard run. Let's go downstairs.
Well, let me pose a question to you. Last week in Waco, the defense was on the field an awful long time. From your eyes upstairs, does it look like the D is getting tired?
Well,
when you put your hands on your hips, that's a sure sign that you're getting worn down and you're a little bit tired, and there's a lot of K-State Wildcats that did after that play. But that was just simply a missed tackle. K-State had the perfect defense, but there was a missed tackle by Byron Garvin right at the line of scrimmage, which allowed Tostin to go 30 yards downfield.
Bobby Reed gets the snap, fakes to Tostin, looks right now middle, and he's got Pettigrew at the 30, down to the 25 and down to the 20-yard line before Marcus Perry makes the tackle. Oklahoma State moving the ball, and they have looked much more crisp in this second half offensively. They have it at the Wildcat 19-yard line.
They've had success in the third quarter. K-State struggled, and they've taken advantage of that, scoring 17 points. K-State's only score a kickoff return. And we talked about right at the end of the third quarter how the bench was trying to get this team excited. This is not a team that's played with a lot of confidence in the last couple years, and they're saying put the hammer down. And right now the OSU offense is coming to life, showing some rhythm, a couple of big plays in a row.
Up under center is Bobby Reed, the sophomore quarterback. He'll hand it off to Tostin, and he'll get wide right. He's at the 15, he's at the 10, inside the 5, and down near the goal line. Cowboys wanting a touchdown, but he's down at about the half-yard line. Oklahoma State with an 18-yard run there, and a Wildcat slow to get up over on the far side.
Brandon Archer.
And that's Brandon Archer.
You know, the question by Matt was well-timed. Either perfect to ask the question about the accumulation of the game, or at least now it's easy to answer after that drive. The Wildcats have been chasing Oklahoma State down on this possession, and with a no-huddle offense, they're gassed. And that time K-State was not around the edge at all. It was a speed play, and the Wildcats were not as quick coming around the edge as they normally are. Got there a little bit late. When you're tired, usually that's a time where you're more likely to get injured. Brandon Archer, along with the other Wildcats, worn out right now, and unfortunately, while he was trying to scrape over to the left defensive side or the right offensive side to make the play, he couldn't get there in time, but ends up down on the ground. He's walking off the field, but you never want to see a player like Brandon Archer injured. We've already seen Marcus Watts lead the field today with a hurt hand, maybe something in his thumb broken or something like that. He fought his way back and got a cast on and is out there playing right now. But when you see star players like that coming up injured, it makes you nervous if you're a Cat fan.
Oklahoma State will have it 1st and goal. The ball just inside the 1-yard line. It's just about a half a yard away from the goal line. And the Cowboys will mass substitute here as they bring 5 new players into the ball game.
And they do it late, and the ball's on their hash mark, so they don't want K-State to be able to adjust.
Up under center is Bobby Reed. There's the turn and the give, and it's going to be close for Julius Crosland. And let's see, no signal yet from the officials. And K-State may have stopped him there from about a half yard away.
No chance for K-State to substitute as they ran 5 guys out, then ran up to the huddle real fast and snapped the ball on first sound. Didn't matter. The Wildcats' defensive wall just stoned them right there and stopped them at the line of scrimmage. They've got their big back end. That's Julius Crosland. Last year he had 12 touchdown runs for Oklahoma State, and Oklahoma State didn't score that many touchdowns last year. He's their short yardage specialist.
Crosland is from Amarillo, Texas. 2nd down and goal. K-State trailing 20-17, and another try here straight ahead. And no signal again. Reed thinks they have a touchdown, but the Cats have stopped him for a second straight time. Reed with a quick handoff to Julius Crosland, and he got nothing, and it's 3rd down and goal.
They got a couple of fullbacks, John Johnson and Jeremiah Burton, in front of him. K-State hit him right at the line of scrimmage. The good news for the Wildcats is when he got stopped, he had the football in his right arm, and it was his left shoulder that was crossing the goal line. The ball did not get across. It's right at the goal line, but it's third down. The Wildcats have done a great job with the ball right on the goal line on the first 2 downs.
Waller and Pettigrew tight ends in there. And up under center is Reed. He is going to waggle it to the right side and throw. Touchdown. It is caught by John Johnson, the fullback. And the Cowboys lead 26-17 with 10:48 to go.
Oklahoma State showed that same formation. They ran up to the line of scrimmage with 2 fullbacks to the left and a tailback, kind of fullback guy back there. And then they ran a bootleg to the right, and one of the fullbacks slipped over to the right side. Oklahoma State was very fortunate because center David Washington snapped the ball halfway and then stopped. And the quarterback's like, where's the ball? Then he finally finished the snap. The quarterback, Bobby Reed, was late getting out with the football, but Wyatt, he had so much speed. He was able to run away from the K-State defender that almost caught him in the backfield, and then all he had to do when he got his feet underneath him was lob the ball in the end zone just a couple yards deep on the right side, and Oklahoma State has another touchdown.
Ricks will try for the extra point. He has it up there and good, and the Cowboys lead 27-17 with 10:48 to go in the game. Bruce Redden will kick off for Oklahoma State. The Cowboys have a lead of 27-17 with 10:48 to play in this game.
And they scored 25 points in every game, and it took them a while, but they've done it again today.
Great kick here. No chance for the Wildcats to run this one back as that one hit the support. And K-State will start 1st and 10 at the 20. We remind you, if you've been drinking, find a safe ride home no matter what logic you use. You drink, you drive, you lose. A reminder from the Kansas Department of Transportation. Here's Matt on the sideline.
It has been this offensive line, period, end of sentence today. 2 regulars, Derek Meyer and Jordan Bedore, are both in sweats. In fact, Meyer is on crutches. Bedore, I'm sure, injured. And keep in mind, in the last 3 games, how many different centers has K-State used? 3.
Yeah.
Vogelai, Bedore, Rooker.
And that may answer the question when people ask, why aren't they running shotgun? Coach Prince likes running the shotgun, but he's not going to complicate things right now.
Here's Leon Patton trying to get wide left. He gets a block to the 25 and takes it to the 27-yard line. He gets 7 on first down. It'll bring up 2nd down and 3 as we approach the 10-minute mark in the football game. Patton running left that time, stopped by Victor DeGreat and Smith.
With more than 10 minutes left in the fourth quarter, K-State sticks to their game plan. They come out and still say, we've been running the football successfully. We're going to continue to run the football. Don't just drop back and pass every down. The Wildcats have just got to find a way to get 2 scores, a field goal and a touchdown or 2 touchdowns to get them where they want to be in this game.
Here's Leon Patton, big crease in the middle. He's at the 30, 35, 40. Angles to midfield here on the right side to the 40 of Oklahoma State and dragged down at the 38-yard line. Leon Patton finally tackled by Chris Collins, and another big run. Man, he's closing in on 135 or 40 yards.
It's a 35-yard run. A nice blocking up front and then great decisions downfield. Yamon Figures is down there blocking. That would have been a touchdown run if it wasn't for Chris Collins. That freshman linebacker is all over the field. Patton wins that battle, but Oklahoma State does not allow him to get all the way to the end zone. They force K-State to snap the ball at the Oklahoma State 38-yard line after that tackle.
2 tight ends, I formation. Here is Petrie trying to run to the left side. Terry out of Norton, Kansas, takes it to the 39. He lost about a yard on this play, trying to get wide to the left. Not a big push there on that Wildcat left side as Greg Wofford gets up slowly. You can take life as it comes or grab life by the horns. Dodge. Roderick Johnson, the tackler for Oklahoma State, and assist to Ryan McBean, a defensive tackle. 2nd and 11 Cats from the OSU 39. Ball on the far left hash. Cats trailing 27-17 with 8:52 to play in the game. Donald Raymer in the game as the fullback. Terry Petrie is the I-back. Pushki in there now for the Wildcats. He comes off the line of scrimmage and goes in motion from left to right. There's the snap to Freeman and the give left side to Petrie, and Petrie will get back to about the original line of scrimmage running left, and that is about it. Fans a little bit restless with that play, and K-State looks at 3rd and just a little bit over 10 yards to go.
And Leon Patton's rest is over. He jogs out on the field to take his running back slot along with 3 wide receivers. K-State now on 3rd and 10. It's probably got to throw the football. Unlikely that they would run a draw play here. You might run a screen pass, but a play where Kansas State needs to get some yardage. Now, it could already be 4-down territory for K-State, and they might tell Josh Freeman, don't try to make a big play right here. You got 2 plays to get a first down.
Wildcats needing a couple of scores. In motion is Rashad Norwood. There's the fake to the back. Freeman rolling to the right side, has some protection and some time, and throws it for Morera, and a collision at the 1. No flags. It's incomplete as he is covered on the play by Parrish Cox. The fans screaming for something there at the 1-yard line. It's not going to happen. Kansas State looking at 4th and 10 from the Cowboy 38.
Rolling out to his right, Josh Freeman threw the ball up deep and tried to say, let's make a one-on-one play here. Let's see what happens. Jermaine Morera was knocked over. There was contact between him and the true freshman, Parrish Cox, but Cox did a good job of looking up to the football. He did bump into Jermaine Morera, but he was looking at the football when he did it. It seemed to be incidental contact. You wouldn't want to think that with your purple glasses on, but big Parrish Cox at 6'1", very physical downfield, was able to knock the ball away.
Wildcats will go for it on 4th and 10 from the 38, and Freeman steps up and lets it go down the middle for Morera. Incomplete as he takes a big hit at the 8-yard line. The hit coming from Calvin Mickens in the secondary. K-State will turn it over to the Cowboys. And wait a minute. We do have a flag down way past the Wildcat line of scrimmage.
Holding. 67 on the offense. That penalty's declined. First down.
So it is against Greg Wofford and the Cats. Oklahoma State will take over at their own 38, leading 27-17. Harvest scores are coming in, and Fontenelle's 9K 491 corn dominates, and Jeff Van Pelt's plot at Beloit. Fontenelle 9K 491 is third of 22 entries and beats NK Brand 67 D6 by 16 bushels. That's domination. Call 1-800-CR-YIELD or see Kurt Wilson and Colby about 9K 491 Dominator Series corn from Fontenelle Hybrids. Oklahoma State with the ball, 1st and 10 at their 38. The sophomore quarterback, Bobby Reed, has it over on the far right hash. Trips to the left, wide receiver right, and Tostin will run the ball right side, 45, and close to a first down near the 48-yard line, and a late flag comes in.
Well, the Wildcats might have been late on the hit, but good news, Brandon Archer's out there. The defense needs to stop Oklahoma State quickly, force them to punt, and give the offense the football back while the Wildcats move the ball rushing down the field. They were not able to complete a couple of passes.
Play. Personal foul, late hit, 99 on the defense. 15-yard penalty, automatic, first down.
That's Stephen Klein, Moses Manu, the Wildcat tackler that time. And they'll mark this one off from the 48. K-State football brought to you in part by the Kansas Independent Oil and Gas Association, whose members include Swift Services, Southwind Drilling, and McCoy Petroleum. Big penalty against the Cats. Takes it down to the Wildcat 37-yard line. Far side of the field.
They're going to have to show a lot of discipline right now. You do not want to give Oklahoma State a free 15 yards, but it is first down. This is when you want to start the process of stopping Oklahoma State. They have a lot of rhythm right now, but the game isn't over if the defense can stop them.
There's the snap to Reed. He'll turn and give it to Tostin, starting right, back to the middle, and he is rolled down at the 32-yard line. A gain of almost 5. Kyle Williams makes the tackle for Kansas State. Kyle has really played well this year, the senior from Pine Bluff, Arkansas, the Wildcats' 5th leading tackler coming in, and he's had a busy day today.
Both teams basically playing the same type of strategy out. We're trying to run the football and just pass once in a while, and Oklahoma State's getting a little rhythm in their running game right now as they're trying to run out the clock.
2nd down and 6 from the 33, 27-17 Cowboys as we approach 6.5 minutes, and we're there right now. Dewan Woods in motion. Here is the handoff to Tostin, picking his way left side, and he'll take it to the 30, shy of the first down by a couple of yards. Keith Tostin, freshman from Texas, and he is tackled by Eric Childs of the Wildcats. Childs, a redshirt freshman from Arlington, Texas. 6 minutes and 8 seconds to go. Time certainly a factor now as the Cats are down 2 scores.
K-State's Raheem Morris is sticking an 8th man in the box. That time it's Marcus Watts trying to play a defense that's best against the run, match strength against strength, because this is old school Mike Gundy offensive coordinatorship or even quarterbacking where they run right at you with 3 tight ends in the ballgame.
Dantrell Savage as the running back. Tight formation with 1 wide out to the right. Here's the pitch to Savage. He can't get away from Eccles and company and stop for a loss back at the 35-yard line. Boy, that is terrific defense by the Wildcats. It's now 4th and 8 pokes at the Cat 35. Moses Manu also there along with Quentin Eccles.
That's a great play by Moses Manu. They had guys all over to the left, and they just tried to get a little bit fancy and say, I bet K-State's going to overreact to the play to the left. So they fake the ball to the left and pitch to the right, the old NFL type of option. No one helps the running back over there. They just hope that everyone runs down the line of scrimmage. K-State didn't take the fake at all. Moses Manu was right in the backfield, had the perfect angle. Quentin Eccles was there to help. Another linebacker came in. They tackled Oklahoma State for a loss. Nowhere to run for Savage. Oklahoma State smartly waiting.
5-yard penalty, still 4th down.
At the 35-yard line. If you're not going to kick the field goal, let the clock run out and kick it from the 40. It hurts you not at all. Good, smart play by second-year coach Mike Gundy. The old quarterback thinking here, runs the clock down below the 5-minute mark before they send the punt team out.
For a complete recap of the game today, be sure to watch the Ron Prince television show tomorrow at 1 o'clock exclusively on FSN Midwest. Kansas State led at halftime 10-3, but a 17-point explosion in the third quarter turned the game in favor of the Cowboys at 20-17, and they have scored the only points here in the fourth quarter on a 1-yard touchdown pass from Reed to John Johnson to make it 27-17. It's 4th and 13 from the 40, and the Pokes will punt the ball away as Matt Fodge stands at his 46-yard line, and here's the kick. He'll just pooch this one to the far side, and it is caught on the run. That is a nice play by Anthony Parks. And the ball spotted at about the Wildcat 7-yard line. Freeman has thrown the ball just 8 times, completed 4 for 49 yards. He wants to throw it here. Over the middle it goes, and it's wide at the 14-yard line, intended for Rashad Norwood. Covering was Patrick Levine, a linebacker.
First time K-State ran one of their feature plays with Norwood running right over the middle, going to where the middle linebacker starts out. In the cover 2, middle linebacker Roderick Johnson, especially with this lead, is going to be dropping back down the middle in the cover 2 defense. So you try to throw the ball right where he left and hope that your tight end can run. But this ball was not thrown accurately. It was too far outside for Rashad Norwood to make the catch.
So 2nd and 10 from the 7-yard line. Cats back up to the line of scrimmage, trying to move here from left to right. There's Freeman looking right, throwing that way, and it's caught at the 15 by Morera. Jukes a man and will take it to the 20-yard line. A gain of 13 and a first down as Jacob Lacey makes the tackle for OSU. They'll move the sticks with 4:12 to play in the game. The Cats need a quick score if they can get one. Leon Patton remains the lone setback for the Wildcats. He's rushed for 150 yards here today. At the 20, first down Cats. There's the snap. Freeman, the freshman, back to throw, looking right, throwing that way, and underneath at the 25-yard line is Jamon Figures, tackled immediately by Martel Van Zandt, who's another interesting story. He is hearing impaired and works on the sideline stand with an interpreter, and he had 21 career interceptions in high school and is quite a player. 2nd and 5 from the 25, and now a stoppage of play here.
OSU had 12 men on the field, so they called timeout so K-State wouldn't snap the ball while the guy was still on the field.
Oklahoma State, first team charge timeout of the half.
Wildcats look at 2nd down and 5 from the 25. Here's Freeman. He's going to run to the left side, stumbling a little bit, regains his footing towards the sideline and throws it, and it's caught at the 41-yard line. Taking it is Jermaine Morera to midfield and to the Oklahoma State 44-yard line. Morera went way low to get that one, made a nice play. Parrish Cox, the tackler, first down K-State.
It did not look pretty, but Josh Freeman, while being tripped, somehow kept his body upright, turned, and everyone was overreacting and running up to make a tackle in the backfield because he had scrambled over to the left, and he saw Jermaine Morera downfield, threw it low. Morera scoops it up, does not let it hit the turf, turns upfield, and takes it into Oklahoma State territory to the 44.
First down Wildcats. Freeman up under center, Brad Rooker. He drops into Wildcat territory and throws. Has Morera at the 20. He's at the 10. Angles to the left and will take it down to the 1-yard line. Jermaine Morera wide open down the middle, and Patrick Levine saves a touchdown at the 1-yard line.
Morera comes up limping, but that is a big-time throw, probably the best one we've seen all year by Josh Freeman because he hit his back foot and fired the football down the seam. I felt like that's his best throw early in his career, and he did it with confidence. Before the defense could even react, the ball was in Jermaine Morera's hands, and he has it inside the 1.
First and goal. Tony Purvis in the game, flank to the right. Wideouts left and right, tight end right. Set back is Leon Patton, and he'll run it in here for the score. Leon Patton in for the Wildcat touchdown with 3:04 to go. And it is a 27-23 lead now for the Cowboys.
K-State goes right down the field, 92 yards in 6 plays. They do a great job and score with 3:04 left in the second half on a run by Leon Patton, and that's the first offensive touchdown for the Wildcats since what? Thomas Clayton's long 69-yard touchdown run against Louisville. It's been a while, but the Cats pull themselves back if they can make this extra point within 3 points.
Meyer to hold. There's the snap and placement. Kick on the way. It's good. Wildcats trail now 27-24 with 3:04 to go. And we're going to break away. A timeout. This is the K-State Sports Network from Learfield Sports. Jared Parker to kick it off, and he will send it here on the near side. It's going to bounce at the 20, bounce towards the 10, and is fielded there. And it's Devereaux who goes down right at the 10-yard line. Well, that worked out very well. Josh Moore also there. So Oklahoma State will start 1st and 10 at their own 10.
That's a big play by Jared Parker. He not only kicked it over the line, he kicked it away from the returner who did not catch it, had a lot of speed, but could not get from the middle of the field. And then he didn't kick the ball out of bounds. He scooted the ball down where they had to pick it up at the 10. It couldn't have been kicked any better. Now, naturally, Oklahoma State gets to stand around and watch the clock run for 25 seconds, which is that ridiculous rule they implemented this year.
We owe you a station ID break. We'll get it in as soon as we can here. Bobby Reed up to the line of scrimmage, waiting on that snap clock that is down to 8 and now 7. There's the snap. The turn and the give is to Tostin, and he is knocked down for a loss by Watts at the 8-yard line. Let's pause 10 seconds for ID. You're listening to K-State football.
Timeout. Kansas State. Their second team charged them out of the half.
OSU 2nd and 12 from their own 8, leading 27-24 with 2:35 to go. Tostin, the running back, now to the left of Bobby Reed, the sophomore quarterback who's in the gun and standing at his 4-yard line. There's the snap. He'll run option, short side to the 10, and rolls with a penalty flag down near the 14. Marcus Watts, again the tackler for the Wildcats.
Well, there's holding. We talked about holding on the previous play with Marcus Watts.
Holding. 53 in the offense.
Now, K-State might want to decline this and say we'd rather have OSU sitting here in a 3rd and 7 or 8 than push them back only 5 yards because they're at the 9-yard line. So it's only half the distance to the goal penalty, even if you take it. So you might decline this penalty and say let's let it be 3rd down.
On the offense, penalties decline, 3rd down.
Good call, Coach Weber. So 3rd down and about 8.5, 9 yards to go. Let's call it 3rd and 8. The ball just shy of the 13. Tostin remains the running back. DeJuan Woods to the left. Adarius Bowman to the right. Pettigrew, the tight end, on the right. And Waller to the left. 3rd and 7. Almost 8 from the 13-yard line. Snap clock is down to 10. 2:12 to play in the game. Cats trailing by 3 and trying for a stop. There's the throw to the far side for Bowman, and it's incomplete at the 35. Garvin covering perfectly. K-State with 2:06 to go forces OSU to punt. It's 4th and 7.
OSU tried to win the game by getting a 1st down and running a fade, but they made one big mistake. They threw the fade route right into the sun. If you played at KSU Stadium and you look out at the shadows, if you force a wide receiver to run from right to left, from south to north, and look back into the south sun, there's no way they can even see the ball. It's a tough fade route catch. It doesn't work. Fortunately for the Wildcats, the clock stopped with 2:06 left, and Oklahoma State's forced to punt it back to the Wildcats.
Matt Fodge is into the game. Good snap. And the kick is away, and it's an end-over-end line drive. Bounces near midfield, figures back to get it, drops it, picks it up at the 33. Straight ahead, he's at the 35-40, and goes down at the 42-yard line right there. Roderick Johnson makes the stop, along with Calvin Roberts. 1:54 to go. K-State with a ball back. The Wildcats have one timeout left and trailing 27-24. Hey, don't forget Harley Day is next Saturday against Nebraska, sponsored by Harley-Davidson of Salina. Register at Harley-Davidson of Salina for a chance to ride your Harley around the field prior to the game.
Remember, field goal ties. Touchdown might get you a win. But right now you want to move the ball down the field. But if you do get stopped and you're close to the goal line, a field goal would be okay for K-State right now.
Cats at their 42. Freeman back to throw. Under pressure. Rolls to the left away from it and throws into the middle to Gonzalez. He's got it at the 40. Down to the Cowboy 38-yard line and a 1st down. Josh Freeman with a terrific play there. Donovan Woods, the tackler, with 1:34 to go.
Great throw because he's rolling to his left, and the receiver was initially covered, but he had great arm strength, was able to turn his shoulders back to the middle of the field and fire it over the middle to an open Daniel Gonzalez, who only came open very late.
Twin receivers left, wide receiver Yamon Figures to the right. Patton, the running back. 1st and 10, Cats at the 38 of the Cowboys, down 3. Here's Freeman, escapes pressure, near sideline, a rolling catch at the 22-yard line by Yamon Figures. He caught that ball, and Jeremy Newton makes the tackle.
He threw the ball right on the sideline. Oklahoma State brought a blitz. K-State did a nice job of picking it up, and Josh Freeman worked up past the blitz toward the line of scrimmage and threw the ball out to the right side. But this play might be reviewed.
The play is being reviewed. The ruling on the field stands as called. First down.
Well, you can hear the roar of the crowd here at Bill Snyder Family Stadium with 1:20 to go. Oklahoma State 27, Wildcats 24. The Cats first down at the Cowboy 21. Jermaine Marrera, Daniel Gonzalez go wide to the far side left. Yamon Figures on the right. Patton, the running back. And the tight end Norwood is on the right side. We await the snap, and there it is to Josh Freeman. Freeman under pressure. Now steps up. He's going to run. He's at the 15. Angles left to the 10. He's at the 5. Touchdown! Touchdown, Josh Freeman! The freshman has given Kansas State the lead with 1:11 to play in the game. Josh Freeman scores for the Cats, and they lead 30-27.
He realized that the blitz was coming. They brought an all-out blitz. They brought both middle linebackers and an edge blitz. And Kansas State's front line did a great job of knocking everybody out. Josh Freeman did not stand in the pocket at all. As he dropped back, he planted his back foot and immediately took off right up the middle and ran the football. There was no one around for about 10 yards because everyone was behind him on the blitz. Then he had to make a nice move. The receivers recognized he was running downfield. They started blocking. At the 3-yard line, he dove in, took the hit, and scored a K-State touchdown.
Extra point is good by Jeff Snodgrass, and the Cats lead 31-27 with 1:11 to play in the game, and the Cowboys have 2 timeouts left. What a run by Josh Freeman. 21 yards for the score. Let's go downstairs again to Matt.
I want to hear what the old quarterback himself has to say, but I tell you what, when Freeman pulled the ball down, there's no way he was going to throw it. He was going to at least get the first down, if not go the whole way, and he got through a couple of Oklahoma State tacklers to get to the end zone, the first huge touchdown of this freshman's career.
Wow.
He was very decisive, and he saw the blitz coming, and it was a great job by the offensive line and the blocking unit up front of the backs to give him a free look. No one touched him, and he was able to stop his drop and head right back upfield. There's no doubt he should run the football, but getting past a wave of defenders is never easy unless your blocking does a great job of splitting them out, and it did. A wave of Oklahoma State players are to the left, a wave to the right, and right at the middle, nobody. So Josh Freeman got upfield. The wide receivers did a great job of turning their routes into blocks, allowing Josh Freeman to get inside the 5 before he got hit, and he has so much power, he was able to dive into the end zone.
Here's the kickoff, and it's going to head to the near side. It's going to be fielded by Parrish Cox at the 8. He's going to run towards the middle of the field. He's at the 10. Angles farther right to the 20, 25-30, 35-40, and Parrish Cox ahead of the Oklahoma State 45, bumped out at the 46-yard line, 57.7 seconds to go. And they'll start right there, first down. Devin Anderson, the tackler on special teams for Kansas State. Boy, Parrish Cox is starting to become a big Oklahoma State weapon.
He's a dominant player. K-State fortunate that the ball was kicked to Oklahoma State's left and he tried to return it to the right. He did a great job of taking it out to the 46-yard line.
55 seconds to go. There's the snap to Reed. Bobby throws it far side, and it's caught by DeJuan Woods at the Kansas State 45, a yard shy of the first down, and the clock is running.
I don't know why Oklahoma State doesn't call timeout because it's short of the first down marker, but they're letting the clock run.
Second down and about a yard to go. The clock is down to 33 seconds. There's the snap to Reed. Again, far side. It's caught and pushed out by Josh Moore is DeJuan Woods at the 35-yard line. 29.5 seconds to go. Cats lead 31-27.
The difference now is Oklahoma State going with the win. Can't rely on a field goal to tie the game. They're down by 4, unlike K-State. They've got to get in the end zone. They're 35 yards away right now.
Trips to the left, DeJuan Woods to the right. The running back is Tostin. In the gun is Bobby Reed. There's the snap. Not a lot of pressure. He throws into the middle, and Bowman's caught it. He's got it at the 26-yard line. Byron Garvin is the tackler, shy of the first down.
Timeout. Oklahoma State. Their second team charge timeout of the half.
From the Wildcat 26, 2nd and 1 Cowboys. 31-27 Cats, and in the shotgun with trips left, wide receiver right is Bobby Reed. There's the snap to him, throws down the middle, and incomplete at the goal line. Watts knocked it away from Adarius Bowman. Oh, he saved the game again, Marcus Watts. 18.3 seconds to go. Bowman had his hands on that, and Watts popped him right in the chest at the goal line.
It was an accurate throw by quarterback Bobby Reed down the left hash mark. What's unbelievable is Marcus Watts was on the other hash mark and came completely across about 15 yards and made a legal hit right as the ball got there.
3rd and 1 from the Wildcat 26. There's the snap to the sophomore Bobby Reed. Looking far sideline and out of bounds. No play. It's intended for DeJuan Woods. He had really no chance. He ran out of real estate there, and Josh Moore covering. Here we go. We've come down to this. 4th and 1 from the 26. 13.4 seconds to go. Cats clinging to a 31-27 lead.
That's the thing, is Oklahoma State did not get the first down. They tried to throw the ball downfield rather than running a quarterback sneak or something like that. They're in jeopardy of getting a Wildcat victory to K-State. If they don't make a first down on this play, they'll probably run it.
Up under center is Reed. He will quarterback sneak it, and he has the first down near the 23-yard line. And the clock is stopped with 10.3 seconds to go.
And Mike Gundy might use his last time out here to talk strategy.
Timeout. Oklahoma State.
10.3 seconds to go, leading 31-27. It's 1st and 10 Cowboys at the Wildcat 23. There's the snap to Reed. Back outside the 30. Going for the far side, and it's no good. It's tipped out of the back of the end zone. Zach Dials is back there for the Wildcats, along with DeJuan Woods, Marcus Watts, and Kyle Williams. 4.2 seconds left. OSU with one final chance to go the distance to win the game.
They ran the Hail Mary play. They ran it like a desperation. They have tall receivers, but they just threw the ball up for grabs. And with the wind behind the quarterback, the ball actually went out of the end zone. So rather than throwing a crisp route, they threw it up for grabs. They probably will have to do that again here.
Bobby Reed in the shotgun, trips to the right. Reed back to throw. They're going to try it again. There's the lob into the air, and it is intercepted by Marcus Watts. Watts has got it. Kansas State has got to win. Kansas State has won it 31-27. Watts with the interception gives Kansas State a record of 4-2. The Wildcats are 1-1 in conference play and will welcome Nebraska next weekend. Stan Weber, you've been watching this crazy stuff for 20 years. How about that finish?
How about Marcus Watts with a cast covering his whole right hand, jumping up in the air with a lot of tall receivers and pulling the ball down. Now, the ball was tipped, and Marcus Watts actually wasn't one of the guys who was jumping in the air, but when the ball was tipped, there's a great chance for anyone to pick off the ball. He was able to grab it, even though he has a big cast that he got in this game in the second quarter. He's able to get the interception from Bobby Reed in the end zone. The jump ball does not work as a lot of Wildcat defenders and 3 Oklahoma State receivers go up for the football, and Kansas State wins a game that would be scripted just as Ron Prince wanted it. He protected his young quarterback. He ran the ball, and he said, I'd like to get to the fourth quarter and then let my quarterback come out of his shell and try to be a hero. K-State was down by 10. They had a 92-yard drive for a touchdown and then followed it up with another touchdown after stopping Oklahoma State. And they have the hero-type plays from a lot of players. K-State comes back in the fourth quarter down by 10. They win their first conference game this year and the first one under Ron Prince. 31-27.
Josh Freeman, 21-yard run with 1:11 to go, and Watts ends it on the final play of the game with an interception in the end zone. Unbelievable. Kansas State 31, Oklahoma State 27. Baby, you gotta love this, huh?
crystal clear digital quality